What is up, my TickleMe crew? This is Chad here, and welcome guys to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. So for today's battle, we have a battle against Kuki. She's a passerby, and props to Kuki. She's bringing some really interesting Pokemon, some of which I don't think I've ever seen competitively, so props to you. She's bringing the Mega Heracross Tropius, which I've never seen, Kingdra, and I was terrified when I saw Kingdra, because if it starts setting up with Focus Energy or Dragon Dance or whatever, that thing could definitely sweep my team if I'm not too careful. She's also got the Vanillux, the Corsola, which is another Pokemon I never see, so that was pretty interesting, and the Toxicroak. And I've been actually meaning to use Toxicroak for a while, I just haven't gotten around to it. It's definitely a Pokemon that's on my list. Looking at my team, I've got the Manaphy, Scrafty, Jolteon, Volcarona, Skarmory, and the Latios. So I would say I definitely have the advantage here on paper, but this was a pretty interesting battle, and I'm using some really interesting sets, as you guys will see, but it was a good battle, guys, and I hope you enjoy it. So the battle begins as my opponent leads off with her Toxicroak, and I lead off with my Manaphy. Now, I'm obviously going to have to switch out here because Toxicroak usually carried the ability Dry Skin, and Scald, unfortunately, is my Manaphy's only attacking move, so I'm going to switch out as she goes for the Fake Out. I bring out my Skarmory. The Fake Out's actually going to activate my ability Weak Armor, so that's going to lower my defense by one stage and raise my speed. But surprisingly, even with the defense drop here, Skarmory is still able to take hits like a monster. So she's going to go for the Drain Punch as I go for the Swords Dance, and look how little damage the Drain Punch does, even after a -1 defense drop on my Skarmory. It brings me to around half. I'm going to get another Weak Armor boost, and my Skarmory's at +2 attack, +2 defense, or sorry, no. +2 attack, +2 speed now, and I'm going to get some Leftovers recovery. So right here, she goes for Sucker Punch, and I actually surprisingly lived the Sucker Punch at -2 defense. I'm going to get a third Weak Armor boost, and I just go for the Drill Peck here to take out the Toxicroak in one shot. So Skarmory's looking really good here. I'm at +2 attack, +3 speed, guys. This Skarmory is going to outspeed everything now. So I'm going to get a little Leftovers recovery as she brings in her next Pokemon. So she's going to bring in the Vanillux here, and I have Iron Head on the Skarmory, so that's actually going to one-shot the Vanillux here too. So Skarmory took out 2 Pokemon on my opponent's team right away. So I don't have to worry about that Vanillux if it was like Choice Scarfed or whatever, if it was going to try to set up with a Totemize or whatever. But now she brings out Kingdra, and I'm terrified of this Kingdra because, as I said, if it starts setting up on me, that could be a problem. But I do go for the Drill Peck there. Unfortunately, doesn't take out the Kingdra even at +2. Kingdra's just too bulky. She's going to take me out with a Scald. So now I'm going to bring out my next Pokemon, my Jolteon. I'm going to bring out Lime, and obviously I'm going to take her out with a Thunderbolt here. There was really no reason for her to switch out because nothing on her team wants to take a Life Orb Thunderbolt from my Jolteon here. She doesn't have any ground types on her team, so I can basically Thunderbolt safely. Right here I kind of mess up. I go for the T-Bolt on the Tropius, expecting it to do a little bit more damage. Surprisingly, it doesn't do much, but I do get the Paralyze there, which is like 10% chance. So that was pretty lucky. So now she's going to set up the Leech Seed now, which kind of sucks. So I think I switch out here, and let's see, I can't remember what I bring in, but she's going to get some Leech Seed recovery, and that really sucks for me. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to bring out my Latios here, and I make a really stupid play here coming up. I forgot that I got the Paralyze on the Tropius, and so I'm going to Mega Evolve here and go for the Toxic, unfortunately. So that was a really dumb play. I wish I just went for the Dragon Pulse here, honestly, but so there goes the Toxic. Of course it's going to fail because the Tropius is paralyzed. My opponent is getting really freaking lucky. She has not gotten fully paralyzed yet. So she goes for the Leech Seed there again. She's just Leech Seeding all of my Pokemon, so this is obviously a bulky Tropius, thus why it took thus why it took so little from my Thunderbolt. Even though Thunderbolt was neutral, obviously, because Grass resists Electric. But she's just going to keep getting Leech Seed recovery, and right here I go for the Dragon Pulse, and the Dragon Pulse is not going to do much damage, so on this following turn she does get fully paralyzed. I decided to make a really risky play here after the Leech Seed recovery here. I decided I'm actually going to go out into my Scrafty. You know, it was a little risky because she could have gone for the Air Slash, which she actually does go for, but my Scrafty is actually Assault Vested. So I'm actually going to take this Air Slash really freaking well. Oh my god, that was super effective. But I'm going to go into Scrafty here, go for the 4-time super effective Ice Punch, and that is going to take out the Tropius with a crit. I doubt the crit mattered just because it was 4 times super effective, but Scrafty's now going to get a Moxie boost. So now she's going to bring out her Heracross. And I kind of mess up here as she Mega Evolves. I probably should have just gone for Drain Punch or Ice Punch, but I went for the knockoff in case this Heracross was like Choice Scarfed or whatever. But she's actually going to Mega Evolve, and that's pretty cool because I never see Mega Heracross ever. So it's pretty cool to see one of these guys. So she's going to Pin Missile, and unfortunately that is going to kill off Scrafty. I hate these like 5-turn, 5-hitting moves or whatever. They take forever, so Scrafty unfortunately is going to go down here. And I'm going to have to bring out my next Pokemon. I'm going to bring out Volcarona. I knew she probably had the Rock Blast, but I wanted to go for the Fiery Dance here just to get damage on this Heracross. And I did that just so that I could bring in my Jolteon and take out the Heracross. Obviously, she's going to go for Rock Blast here, and that's going to completely annihilate Firefly here. So, unfortunately, Volcarona is going to go down to the 4-time super effective Rock Blast. And I'm pretty much free to go out into anything, because anything on my team really outspeeds this Heracross. Mega Heracross is very slow. Heracross loses speed when it Mega Evolves, so I bring in Jolteon, I go for the T-Bolt here, as she is now going to be on her last Pokemon. And I think we have 3 Pokemon left, but this is her last, obviously, so her last Pokemon is Corsola. Obviously, Corsola is not going to want to live, or it's not going to be able to live a T-Bolt. It's super effective. So, good game to my opponent. Props to you for using some really original stuff. I mean, some of these Pokemon I never see competitively, so definitely props to you. If you guys enjoy this video, leave a like. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links as always in the description below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Toodles.